What's up, Scallywags? Today we are talking 50-50. We are talking day trading. Gonna give a little personal update, market update, review. We got it all here. Doing a special video quickly before I have to head out, pick up my brother from the airport. I have to update you guys because the market is hot. Okay, we're gonna go over why it got so hot today, and what happened yesterday that led to this massive, I don't know, increase in volatility. Has something to do with something we call FOMO, and of course other things too. But we like to keep it simple here at Trading Farmer. So before we get started, let me know who's here. Go in the comments, write something, write what you want for Christmas, write how you did, do something, interact. Let's get the class talking. This like the Socratic circles. Get some talking going. But without further ado, a little personal update. Family's coming into town. Okay, so trading going forward tomorrow might be more relaxed. Might not be trading as long. But that's okay. This month has been great. Okay. And a great time to say day trading's risky. My results are not typical. With that said, up about 100,000 this month. Just crossed it today with $18,859. Trading kind of the residual momentum, the FOMO, because yesterday we had a stock go banana. Okay. And as a result, today had some great opportunities, and we're going to go through uh, some of those. I'm going to do some replaying of the trades today. But here's the crux of what happened yesterday. A stock went to the moon. Ticker symbol NUKK. NUKK. Stock goes to the moon equals hot momentum. Usually, the day after we have a stock go to the moon, this case NUKK, look at this, $1.50 to almost $80 a share. What? I made 300 bucks on it. But I knew that coming in the next day, there would be a lot of people who also didn't do well on Nook, and there would be a hot momentum the next day, a lot of energy, a feeding frenzy. Okay, so this is a common thing that happens after we get something that blows people's minds. Okay, now Nook, it went straight up. Some people did well on it, but if you felt like it was just too hard to time an entry, you weren't alone. High risk on Nook. I know some people that killed it. I know some people that got wrecked on it. So, you don't need to, beat yourself up. And coming into today, so anyway, here's the 5-minute chart detailing how over the course of 2 days it goes from $1.50, okay, to going straight parabolic up to even after hours up to 80, or looks like it taps 80. We had some action on it today, but as you can see here, it spiked up and then dumped. From 80 all the way down to 36. Nice rebound there. I did not trade that today. I did not trade Nuck today. Um, so I wanted to go through some of the trades today. Here's the month up 100,000, up about 870,000 on the year, I believe. That might be a conservative number. It's around there. Okay. This is using the 50-50 hyper scalping strategy. Okay. And again, day trading's risky, but also really fun done right. So, anyways, here's a recording of PRFX. I ended up making 10,000 on this ticker, and as you can see here, what it had going for it was one, the market was hot. One, two, I like the 5-minute chart with the 5-minute bottoming tail. List of false breakdown. It had shot up to 8, sold off for a long. And with this 5-minute bottoming tail, putting in solid support, plus the breakthrough VWAP, I started getting aggressive on it. Okay, started taking 2,700 shares, but you can see how quick the bid drops out on this. So this was not the safest stock to trade. It was moving both up and down really fast. And again, I'm trying to catch dips, and you can see some of my trades, I'm late to catch the dip. I'm a little scared. I'm scratching my face. I'm up about $1,000 on the day so far. So not much of a cushion. But in this case, I'm thinking we just sold off below VWAP right here, curled back up, and this is another breakthrough VWAP trade. And I added one of these into Trading Farm Plus, where we're seeing these stocks sell off, and all of a sudden they start to go up. This is where shorts have to start to stop out. This is where you will see price accelerate. So there's a dip there. I don't buy it again because of how how the spreads are kind of all over the place. So I'm hesitating. I'm hesitating. It does dip there off of the VWAP, off of 6 back up to 630. I'm getting in late there at 630, as you can see, very late. Very late. I should have bought the dip. But nonetheless, I was able, hopefully, to catch a little, not much profit. Again, I was hoping it would have broke the half dollar. And then look at that. Then it goes. And then it's off to the races. It did not stop. So you can see here, I'm not nailing this sucker right out of the gates. And I'm hesitating because I missed the dip. I got late on the dip, then I got out early. And look at this entry here. So stupid. But I knew that the day was hot. Remember Nook. And so it was one of those days where I was like, I have to pull the trigger. Its volume is coming in. New 5 minute chart the new 5 minute candle just started. And so now I'm looking for an entry on a dip. I missed that dip at 73. But again, I'm trying to think breakthrough 715. I get in so late. So late. So a great example of missing those dips on a breakout. The dip within a rip. That's a great example there. Okay, but nonetheless, I'm still making a little bit of money. I think I made about $1,000 just in this bit. I go to mark the pre-market high because that's a key level that stocks like to push to. And right now we're pushing hard. Oh, so very hard. Okay, so this is a full-blown breakout scalping situation. And it can be a little dicey, but again, I had to go back to this idea that Nuck yesterday went bananas. And so let me see if I can fast. We'll get a little bit of a 1 minute pullback here. I get a little nervous, but again, I'm thinking strength, and look at that. Notice how quick these trades are. The price dips there, right? It's looking. We kind of had a doji candle, and then now a red candle. I'm thinking, okay, flush. I'm thinking this thing is done. Usually, this is where you see a big dropout. Not so fast. Not in a hot market. It goes down to 680, and guess what happens? Drops there. You see red on the tape, but it's not dropping. All of a sudden, it shoots up, and now I'm thinking, okay, continuation. I'm thinking short sellers tried to go short here. They're trying to short it here because typically here, you will get that drop. You will get that drop because we had one, two, three, how many candles in a row? It was a stock selling off. We had the 5 minute bottoming tail. It started to take off. We had the breakthrough VWAP. Again, big whips. So in big whips, but we're getting strong surging of buying power. So that's a good sign. We had Nook the day before, right? So the patterns are important, but also understanding the strength of the market, understanding ebb and flow, and this all kind of is that intuition, that experience. It all comes hand in hand to knowing what breakouts you want to get aggressive on. The day after a parabolic stock goes to the moon, yeah, I'm going to want to be aggressive that day. If I see something good. In this case, I see something good. Stock breaking out, breaking through VWAP, 5 minute bottoming tail, 5 minute thing. So again, it's not without risk. But anyways, let's continue this. So, anyways, all of a sudden I see green flash up on the tape, and this is where I'm thinking, okay, the next candle starting in 8 seconds. We had what looked like was going to be a pullback, and all of a sudden now we're seeing green tape. I know how these stocks move; they move quick. So I put my finger on 4,500 shares, and I'm like, look, it's now or never. It's now or never. I got to get ready for the possible breakthrough 736. I jump in there 707. All of a sudden, boom, boom, boom. The next candle starts and lift off. Boom. So how many seconds was that trade? Anticipating the break, one last that was like the one last push for this move here. How many seconds? Maybe this one was a little bit longer, about maybe 3 to 4 seconds. But it's again selling on the break of the apex point. That's the 50-50 way. That's what I teach people. And some people would add. They'd say, "Oh, break a high day, I'm going to add and hold." And sometimes that works, but for 50-50, selling on that high day break, selling on the break of the apex, that's how you lock in profits. Avoid a flush. All right. So at this point, now I'm kind of easing back. We got the top and tail in, but all of a sudden it comes up again. This is where things start to get a little choppy. Okay. But I am able to make a little bit of money here. In this case, I'm trying to get that breakthrough high day again. Let's see if we get it. Shoots up to 745, but stalls. So I'm get out with some profit, but I'm gearing right back up to get back in. A little bit of a dip there. Get nervous. This one I think I missed. No, I chase it, get chopped up. So this is one. Oh, this is one where I do catch it here. See that? I did small size. I should have done bigger. So in this case, we had the red topping tail and it should have went short. And now guess what happens? It's starting to move up again. It's a little bit more choppy because you want to know why? Buyers are not being as aggressive. They're being more cautious. You can see that in the way I'm hesitating to buy it. You can see that in the fact that I'm sized down. And that's why we're not seeing the teleportation. But if I remember right, I think it does end up teleporting. Again, we can't see all the orders going on. We can't see some orders are hidden. But I got the dip after the rip, got a small trade in there, and I'm thinking possible breakout here because this was an unexpected move. Again, 4,500 shares, looking for a dip. There's a little bit of a dip. I jump in quick. This is turns into a bad trade. That sucks. There's another dip. This is where it gets kind of shaky. Um, but there is a trade here, right there, right there. So this was kind of the a micro pullback again type deal here. Again, getting in and out. Now, that's the nice thing with 50-50 is you can avoid these large losses by simply sticking to get in and out thing, which is especially nice if you have a free commission. But anyways, let's continue here because this is the breakthrough. Remember, we were talking about pre-market high? That's where we're right under 825. That's why I have it blue. Just like breakthrough VWAP, we got a breakthrough pre-market high. That's where short sellers will have their orders to stop out. You will see a lot of times a snap through that level. Not to mention, we also had NUC yesterday go parabolic. Not to mention, you see this straight up action. So it all comes together to where you got to act quick because what we have is two green candles with a third candle just started. We got the pre-market high. We got a little red candle. That's the dip. I get in late on it. Okay. Let's see what happens. I get in late. I see a little bit of a dip there, and I'm like, I got to go now. I punch it right there. In at 789 for the break of pre-market high. And hopefully a stop out. I hold it for a little bit. All of a sudden, the ask shoots up. Now, as soon as you see that, someone would click sell. Give it that extra half second right there. Out right there. See that? And 3, 2, 1. Right. Entry 3, 2, 1, 0. See how we talk about the 3-second rule? 3, 2, 1, sell. 3, 2, 1, sell. 3, 2, 1, and sell. 3, 2, 1, and sell. Something to think about, something that maybe will help you guys get this idea of the 50-50 hyper scalping, right? I know traditionally it was always set your brackets, it was always set your stops, it was always less trade, more. It was always, and that was what I grew up in, right? That's from the gurus that I would watch. But it turns out I wasn't working what they were teaching. So it's kind of hard for people to break because then they hear, oh, I need to have a direct access broker. That was always the word on the street. Wrong. Bad information, especially for a beginner trader. You don't need it. Maybe 10 years ago, not anymore. That's outdated garbage. Especially beginners, they absolutely do not need direct access broker. Charles Schwab, Thinkorswim, good enough. Okay, this is just a recording. Okay, I have it set to members only now because I secrets. Although the secret's already out of the bag. But this one I wanted to bring in for the members. A lot of people I left it out most of the day. I suppose if there's an outcry of anger, maybe I'll make it public again. But I wanted to bring this in. I have my own style of trading. No one can ever perfectly copy, but people can definitely see what I'm doing, replicate it like playbook. Watching how someone plays Call of Duty, you watch how a gamer plays, you say that's a pretty good camping spot. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea to use that attachment. Right? The same concept. Put those combinations together, and sometimes you can get some good stuff. But I'm not going to rabble on. Anyways, guys, appreciate if you watched. Thank you. We're gonna cut it there. 100,000 on the month. We're doing great. Hopefully, you guys are doing and just falling in love, falling trading. Okay. With that said, guys, I will catch you. Peace.